Hello everyone. Now in this video session I am going to discuss with you standard built-in objects in JavaScript. So let's start. Now first of all, global object, that means they are accessible globally. That means you can access them anywhere in your JavaScript program. Okay, so let's see. Now there are certain categories of standard objects. Okay, and I will cover few of them, just 2 to 3. Okay, so first one is math, after date, which is belongs to category of a number and dates. After that, string, which is a text processing kind of standard object. After that, array. Okay, and another one is regular expression text processing. That particular object I will cover in my another video session. It is not covered in this video. Okay, so let's start. JavaScript math object. Okay, this will allow you to perform mathematical task on number. It is built-in object that has properties and method for mathematical constants and function. Okay, so let's see what are the constant. Now over here these are the global object. Okay, and it has certain properties, kind of a static attributes and methods. So let's see first of all attributes. So these all are the static properties, attributes of this math object, and you can access this directly. For example, math.e, this will return you Euler's number. Okay, after that math.pi, that is return pi number. So these all are the static properties. Okay, over here you can get square root of 2, square root of 1.5, natural logarithm, like natural logarithm of base 10, base 2 logarithm of e, 10 logarithm of r. So these are some example of static property of math. After that, let's see static methods of math object class. Okay, so first method over here is math.pov, that is power. Okay, so over here this function require two parameters. Okay, x and y. So let's say x and y is the parameter, then value of x to the power of y, which is the value written by this function. An example of this function is like that. You can use it like math.power 8, 2. Okay, these are the parameters which we are passing to this function, and it is will return 64. After that, let's see math square root. Now this function returns square root of whatever number you are passing as a parameter. Example of this function is, you can use it like that. Okay, math.square, whatever the number, you just need to pass it as a parameter, and this will return you. For example, if it is number is 64, then this will return you 8. After that, math.abs, that is absolute. Now this function which takes one number as a parameter, and this function will return the absolute value of x. Now absolute, that means positive. Okay, for example, if you are passing math.abs and passing number minus 4.7 as an argument, then it will return you 4.7, that means positive value of that particular number. After that, math.cell, very easy, just return value of a rounded up to its nearest integer. For example, value is 8.2, then it will return 9. If value is 9.9, then it will return 10, like that. After that, floor function, return the value of rounded down to its nearest integer. That means just opposite of a previous cell function. For example, if you are passing value 4.7, then it will return down to its nearest integer, that is 4. After that, let's see math.sine. Okay, this function return the sine value, and return value is between -1 and 1 of angle x. You can also convert. Now if you want to use degree instead of radian, then you have to just convert the degree to radian. Okay, so this when it is text in red, it is a function to convert degree. Okay, to convert degree of degree from radian. This one is example. Okay, math.sine, you just need to pass values as a parameter, and it will return 9. After that, math.cos, mean. Now match.mean, you from name itself you can get idea of what purpose for what purpose this function is used. Match.minimum, whatever you pass, whatever number of values you pass, it will just return you minimum number of from that number. Okay, so this will return minus 200. That means over here 0, 150, 30, 20, minus 8 and minus 200. So that's why 200 is minus 200 is very minimum. So okay, so it will just return that value. And exact opposite of this function, that is match.max, simple, it will return maximum value of whatever numbers you pass as a parameter to that function. After that, let's see match.random. Okay, this will return a random number between 0 and 1, in which 1 is exclusive. That means it can return 0, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1234, 0.99999, but it will not return 1. Okay, after that, this random, it will always return a number lower than 1. Now it can used with match.floor function to return random integers. For example, now you can see that we are using both function, match.floor and also match.random. Okay, and you can get returned. Okay, for example, if you use this function match.floor, and in floor function you pass this match.random multiplied by 10, so what will happen? It will return random numbers, random integers numbers from within range 0 to 9. Okay, 10 will be excluded. Just like that, if you pass match.random multiplied by 11, then this function will return 0 to 10. Okay, over here you can see that this match.random function will return you any numbers between 0 to less than 0 and 1. Okay, so for example, if it is written 0.2, then it will be multiplied by 10, and you are just calling for match.floor function. Okay, so this function will return any numbers between 0 to 9. After that, JavaScript date object. Okay, by default JavaScript will use browser's time zone and display date as a full text string. Okay, and this string it will be like that. If you just print out this variable d, then it will return a string which is like this format. Okay, there are 4 ways to create new date object. Let's see one by one. First one is using new keyword. You can specify like that. Suppose variable d is equals to new date. After that, another format of creating object is like that. You just need to pass 7 parameters. Okay, year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds and millisecond. Now there are also variation of this format also. Okay, let's see this. For example, variable d is equals to new date, and over here within as a parameter you are passing 7 values. So year is 2018, month is November, day is 24th, hours is 10th, minute is 33, second is 30 and millisecond is 0. So this is how you can use this function. Now if you want to omit any parameter, then also you can do it. For example, in this second example, millisecond is neglected. After that, if you want second and millisecond, after that minute, second and millisecond, after that just three parameter, that is year, month and day, only 2, year and month. And so in the last format you can see that there is only year as a parameter. Okay, now also you can use new date, millisecond, after that new date, date string. Okay, so these all are the ways to create a new date object. Now let's see JavaScript get date method. Now there are certain method using which you can get particular date in specified format, in specified customized way, and there are also different way to set date methods. Okay, so let's first see get method. Now this all are the get method: get full year, get month, get date, get hours. You can see that. Okay, now in description you can see that return type of that particular method. For example, get full year, this will return 4-digit numbers, that is for example 2020, yeah, which is badly known for corona. Okay, just let it be. After that, get month. Okay, so this will return method months as a number, but you can see that over here it is not from 1 to 12, it is from 0 to 11. Okay, get month, so this it will return number between 0 to 11. Just for example, for get method, get date method, there is number between 1 and 31. Get hours, get minutes, like that. Okay, now let's see example of this. For example, this is demonstrate you d dot get time. Okay, for now if you want to use this method, first thing you have to do is to create object of date. Okay, that's why over here we have first created date object, and just get time using this object and set text to particular HTML element. After that, get full year method. Okay, after that d dot get month method. After that d dot get date method. So these are all are the example of this method. Now over here you can see that, okay, first we have declared one variable of date object. Okay, after that we have created array of months from January to December. Now in this last statement what we have done is we have assigned value of this months array. Okay, and as an index we have passed as a parameter d dot get month method. Okay, now you remember my point that is this get method return any integer value from 0 to 11. Okay, so total number is 12. So it will whatever this method will return, it will be treated as index of that particular array, but index of particular month method. So for example, if d dot get month, this will return 0, then it will be treated like month indexed 0. So month index 0, that is our January, which will be in text of this particular HTML tag. Now after that, JavaScript set date method. So these all are the methods which you can use to set date, set hours, set milliseconds, set months, like that. Okay, so this is the example. Create object and use particular method. Okay, very easy. Now over here you can see that this is variable object we have created, and after that if you want to add days to date, then also you can do that. Okay, so how you would do that? Over here we have call for set date method. Now in parameter we have called d dot get date method. For example, today is 15. Okay, so d dot get date, so 15 plus 50, so whatever will be date, it will be set as a date. After that, set date method, you can just pass number itself. Okay, now JavaScript array. If you just check my playlist of JavaScript, you can find another separate video related to arrays in JavaScript. Okay, now but in this video, video lecture, I have not covered methods related to array. So in this video session, I am going to explain you method related to arrays. Now array, which is used to store multiple values in single variable. For example, if you want to create array, you can declare and initialize it like this in JavaScript. Okay, another example. Now if you want to access all array, then you can just you just need to access array name itself. Okay, for example, cars. So this whole array, it will be assigned to this particular HTML element. Now if you just want to access particular array element, then you have to pass index of that particular values in rectangle braces. Okay, so for example, cars rectangle braces 0. Now JavaScript array methods. Okay, so first method is toString method, which is used to convert array to strings. For example, this variable fruits, and this is our array declaration with initialization. And if you want to convert this array to string, then you just need to call fruits.toString method. Okay, and your output, it would be like that: banana, orange, apple, mango, separated by comma. Now if you want to separate it using your customized character, okay, then you should use join method. Now what will happen, this method join all the array elements into string using specified characters. Okay, for example, if you use fruits.join and pass asterisk sign in double quotation as a parameter, then this will be result of this particular method. Okay, after that, popping and pushing. Now just this is your array. Okay, and you can add and remove particular elements using this pop and push method. So let's first see pop method, which is used to remove last element from an array. Okay, for example, if you declare variable fruits, that means your array banana, orange, apple, mango, and if you just call fruit.pop method, then what will happen, whatever the last element, so what is last element, this is mango, so it will be just removed from fruit, and this value of x is mango. That means whatever element is removed from array, it will be returned in variable x, which variable x. Okay, after that, let's see push method, which is used to add new element to an array at the end. Okay, and this method will return new array length. For example, fruit, there is one fruit array, and if you just call for fruit dot push, and you are passing one kiwi string kiwi as an argument, then what will happen, this element will be added into your banana, orange, apple, and mango, and this function will return you new array length. For example, original array length is 4. You can see that over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So original array length is 4. After executing this function, array length will be 5. Okay, after that, slicing an array. This method can be used to add new items to an array. For example, over here, this is array banana, orange, apple, and mango, and this over here you need to pass arguments, this like 4 arguments like this: fruit dot slice method, 2, 0, lemon, and kiwi. Now let's see what does it means. For example, if you first parameter passed is 2, which define position where new element should be added. Okay, so new element should be added at indexed 2. After that, second parameter define how many elements should be removed. So over here 0 is as a second argument, that means 0 element will be removed. After that, rest of the parameter, that is lemon and kiwi, define the new element to be added. Okay, so first argument, where these elements to be added. Second parameter, how many elements to be removed from that particular position, and rest of the parameters will define new element that needs to be added. Okay, and this slice method return an array with deleted items. For example, if you have deleted over here, it is 0, but if I put it as a 1 or a 2, then it will return whatever the value it has removed from array. After that, slicing an array. Slice method slice out a piece of an array into new array. For example, if there is a fruit array, okay, and you just call for variable citrus is equals to fruits dot slice, then what will happen? This create a new array. It does not remove any element from the source array. Okay, so over here it will just create slicing. I think you can understand it. Okay, for example, over here variable fruits, okay, and variable citrus is equals to fruits dot slice. If you have passed these two argument, that means it will be, now over here you can see that over here what is index value? 1. That means it will be slice up from 1 to till end. That means orange, lemon and apple and mango. This will be in our new array. Okay, this will remain unchanged. Now if you specify two arguments, that means 1 and 3. So what will happen in this array? Elements should be like that. 1, that is orange, lemon and apple. These three will be excluded. Okay, so only orange, lemon and apple. Mango will be not included in this new array. After that, merging an array. Okay, to merge, that means to concatenate an array. There is one method, that is concat method, to create a new array by merging existing array. For example, these are the examples. Okay, for example, there is a my girls array, my boys array, and you just concatenate using concatenate method, my girl dot concat, and you just need to pass another array to as an argument to this function. After that, JavaScript string, okay, which is used for storing and manipulating text, and one commonly probably you have used it, length property, which is return length of particular string. For example, if I am declaring one string ABCDEFG up to Z, okay, and if I call for the property txt.length, then it will return me 26, that is length of this particular. By mistake it is written array, it is actually string. After that, finding string in a string, that means you are finding string inside whatever you have passed. For example, over here, this is our string. And you want to find string that is locate. Okay, so how do you use this method? String dot index of, okay, and you just need to pass whatever the value you want to search for. For example, if I am looking for locate, then you just need to pass it in double quotation, and this will return you index of that particular parameter. After that, there is also another version of this method, that is last index of locate. Last index of method. Now what the difference between this method is that if there is a multiple matching of that particular parameter that you have passed for that particular string, if there are multiple matches, then it will just look for last matching of that particular word. For example, over here locate is at 2 place. Okay, so this will return this last locate word as a written value, and it will locate very first match of that particular argument. This both method return -1 if the text is not found. After that, searching for a string in a string. Okay, over here variable string. Okay, now this is a search method. Okay, and over here you just need to pass whatever you want to search, and you just call for that particular method. For example, variable string is defined, and you just need to call for str.search method. Now there are two methods, that is index of and search. Is these two methods are equal? Okay, there are certain difference. These are equal but with some difference. Search method cannot take second start position, okay, whereas in index of it was possible. After that, index of method cannot take powerful search, that is regular expression. Now extracting string part, there are three methods for extracting part of string. First one is a slice, after that substring, after that substring, str, and this one is substring, this is substr. Okay, and you can see that argument over here, slice, that is start and end, substring, start and end, and this is substring, this is start and up to the length for which you want to extract that particular string. So let's see slice method, which takes two parameters, start position and end position, but end is not included. Okay, for example, if you declare one string apple, banana and kiwi, then variable res is equals to ser dot slice, and you just passing 7 and 13, so banana will be written. If a parameter is negative, a position is counted from end of the string. After that, over here you can see that in this particular function I have passed negative values. So is that possible? Yeah, it's possible. So what will happen if I am passing negative value? Then it will start from end of the string. Okay, for example, over here -12 up to -6. So this is your 12 and this is your 6. So 12 to 6 is not included, that's why up to B. So banana will be it will be written by this function. After that, there is also a version of a single parameter. If you just pass one parameter only, then what will happen? From 7 to till end, it will return string values. If you pass just negative value, then it will just return from that particular position to end of the string. After that, substring method, similar to slice. Okay, difference is that this cannot accept negative indexes. And second parameter, if you have specified second parameter, then it specifies length of the extracted part. For example, over here this is apple, banana and kiwi, and you are using str.substr and 7 and 6. So 7 is the position from where extraction will be start, and 6 is the length of that particular extraction operation. So this will return you banana. After that, if you are ignoring length second parameter, then it will just return up to end of the string. That means start from 7 and up to end. So it will be banana and kiwi. After that, if you want to pass negative values, then also you can do it. Okay, so this is only kiwi. Now replacing string content. If you want to replace string content, then you can use replace method. Okay, for example, there is a string, please visit Microsoft. Okay, and if you want to replace this Microsoft with W3 schools, for example, if you now there is a replace method. Okay, using which you can replace one value with another value in your particular string. For example, over here this is a string, please visit Microsoft, and variable n is equals to string dot replace. So this Microsoft will be replaced by Google. Now this replace method does not change the string it is called on. So it just return new string. Okay, now converting to upper and lower case, very easy. You just need to call for that particular method. Okay, for example, there is a hello world string. Okay, and text 1 dot to uppercase, so this string will be converted into uppercase. After that, lowercase, text 1 dot to lowercase. Okay, so your string will be converted to lower. So these all are just a simple, very now see in this lecture I have just covered very frequently used method. There are also various method which I have not included in this video session. If you want to use that particular method, then if you comment on my section, then I will provide video lectures or material for that particular method, or you can just Google it. Okay, I hope you understood it well, and keep practicing. These are very useful methods if you are in domain of a JavaScript. Okay, bye bye.